What's up, everybody? Right here from County Jail. Just want to show you fools a quick fucking workout real quick.
He's got a phone. Hey, yo, he's got a phone, fool.
Hey, we have to jump in now.
I want to do it with one hand like this. So this is a workout right here. Like this. Feel me? Oh, that's that real beast.
Welcome to our 2 cents. Welcome to our 2 cents.
Ladies and gentlemen and non-binary folk, welcome to our 2 cents. We're doing it again here at Raxo Studios with your host, Oscar. Thank you for joining us. It is third week, going on the third week. I have to verify that. I should have verified it. It is it is the start of the third week of September, the 9th month of the year. In the Gregorian calendar, of course, but not in the real calendar that we would all be adhering if the colonizers would have not invaded our safe place that we had here in the Americas, whatever it was called. Anyways, but it is the 7th month of the year. That's why it's called September. Sept as in 7, not as in 9, right? But what do I know? I don't know about anything about ancient history. I know a little something about job sites, current job sites. I don't know, but this is where Jesus Christ. But this is where I'm going with that. Oh, I'm just gonna jump into it because I started talking shit about that. I forgot what I titled it, and I can't really see with these glasses and what I'm looking at. There you go. That helps. It helps if we use the appropriate screen. It does wonders if we do. Thank you. We're back. Thank you. We had to fix this. It's a one-man show. What do you want from me? I got to do this and do that at the same time. So I'm not very good at multitasking. So bear with me. And you know what? And that's why I dove into Chat GPT, because I need an assistant. I need somebody that'll write my ideas. I need somebody that, if I write an idea, that'll correct my idea properly. And it's not going to judge me for what I write, for my experience. But you know what? This is what I'm saying. So Google or wherever fucking Chat GPT is coming from, they pride themselves on being free speech, on being liberal enough to let you do what you want. They pride themselves on that. But I tell my story to Chat GPT. I tell it a joke. I tell Chat GPT a joke that I've been saying for about a year or so already. I don't know. It's been forever. A joke I've been saying for about a year. And Chat GPT said my joke of my life experience was a violation of their guidelines. How is my experience a violation of a guideline? How is me writing what happened to me a violation? What the fuck is all this pride about? You priding yourself in letting people say whatever they want, being creative. But when I'm trying to be creative with whatever has happened to me, that's a violation of the guidelines. I wrote down what happened, what transpired to it, and what got me to where I made it a joke. I wrote down all that. And ChatGPT could not rewrite it for anything because it said it was a violation. Whatever I had wrote was a violation of guidelines. So therefore, according to ChatGPT, if I write what my experience has been and I want you to write it appropriately using correct words, because I'm not smart enough to use like the right words. Look at me. I'm struggling to find words right now. And I've been doing this for fucking 4 years already, and I still struggle to find the words. I still struggle to know what I'm going to say. Throughout the week, I'm like, oh shit, I'm going to say that on the podcast. And then something else comes up. Oh shit, I'm going to say that on the podcast. And then I try to remember what the fuck I wanted to say. And then if I write them down, then I'm like, ugh, that's not good. I'm not going to say that. People are going to get offended. Because ChatGPT finds it offensive, the experience, what I've experienced in my life. I guess you have to want to have a cock. No, I have a cock. I guess you should want to have a fucking vagina as a cock wearing human person. Is that the proper term? Cock wearing? Because you can't call yourself I'm a man now. Because that's offensive to some. And that's what I said last time. We got into a point where we're just so much of pussies. And why is pussy an offensive thing? Pussy's good, but it is soft. So, that part of pussy, soft. Anyways, but yes, ChatGPT said that my life experience is too offensive to rewrite. And I went and I asked him, well, can you write what I wrote in the proper words so that you don't find it offensive, so that it doesn't violate the guidelines? And I gotta say, it was the stupidest shit I could have ever read in my life. It was so stupid. This is how angry I got on the moment, right? This is how angry I got in the moment. I got so angry that I was like, you know what? I'm gonna delete this fucking question I'm gonna delete the whole fucking thread that I just fucking went through. And I tried to look for it right now, but I forgot I had deleted it. That's how angry I was. I wanted to go through it over here with everyone, with every single one of you, so you could see how ChatGPT is just wants to give you. Whoever wrote that fucking code, they want you to abide by whatever the fuck they believe. They don't want your life experience. They want to turn your life experience into something else. Right? So I don't know. I don't know what to do with that. I'm up to the point where I'm like, you know, I have a ticket out of the rat race. And I'm just about ready to use that ticket. Only because this is getting annoying as time goes on. Look, for example, okay, that was ChatGPT fucking censoring or saying that my life experience is a violation of their guidelines. ChatGPT says that my life experience is a violation of their guidelines. Again, I wrote it down. I wrote down what happened in my life. And I told her, okay, I have this joke that I've been saying that has happened to me, and I've turned it into a joke. And I need you to rewrite it for me. All right? I need you to rewrite this joke for me. I wrote the joke. I wrote, you know, whatever happened to me. And it wasn't even bad. It wasn't even bad. It was just me getting caught with porn by my parents. And that was offensive. And it was probably because I said it was gay porn. ChatGPT finds that offensive. But I've been saying that same shit I wrote for fucking over 9 months. I've been saying that shit, working on it, saying it this way, saying it that way, saying it in this tone, saying it in a different tone, but most of the time it's the same fucking tone. I've said it in different stages, and nobody has ever said, yo, that's fucking offensive. Maybe I haven't gone to the right place to find those pussies that find that type of shit offensive. How you gonna tell me my life experience offensive? You know what the fuck's offensive? Reading fucking books in a library with a fucking thong on, that's fucking offensive. Again, I've said it before. There's a time and a place for things. And the time and the place for reading a book is not in a thong. What's that all about? Like, who puts that out there? Who puts that out there and says, you know what would be a great idea? I'm going to read books for kids in a thong. And, you know, that person's a piece of shit. Whoever comes up with that idea is a piece of shit. But the person that's worse than the piece of shit is the person that goes on and says, oh my God, that is such a great idea. And then kids are going to be growing up accepting the fact that there's gays. Kids already accept the fact that there's weird shit out in the world. Shit's weird. So what? I thought people were priding themselves on being weird. Isn't there a whole gender of, I don't know what they call it. And I don't even know how I got into this fucking subject. How did we get here? Let me back up. No, I won't remember right now how I got to this subject. But anyways, there's a time and a place for you to read books in the thong. And at a library for kids, that's not the time and the place. Again, if I'm there to watch you read a fucking book in the thong, hey, let's do it. Let's do it. But the library, I highly doubt that I could walk in there with a t-shirt thong in it, with the one that cover goes all the way up. I fucking highly doubt. Well, I probably could walk in there just because I would look good in it. But I highly doubt that any other dude would be able to do it. I should walk in the library with a fuck, that thought went fucking, I ruined it. But anyways, I should walk in the library with a thong on and a book bag on me and just start reading books. You know how fast that'll get my ass kicked? But in San Francisco, it won't. As a matter of fact, they'll give you a stage if you do that. But anyways, see, here we go again. I keep going on it because that's not, look, it doesn't bother me that people want to read books in the thong. It does not. What bothers me is that you want to read books in the thong to kids. Why? You know what I don't understand? And I probably don't understand it because it hasn't happened to me, but I don't understand Megan Fox and all her 3 kids. I don't understand all that. How does that happen? Are you just that lucky that you just happen to get lucky with 3 transgender kids? And how the fuck do those kids know? They know because you put it in their heads. I have never, ever, my 5 kids, I have never in my life had to tell them, you're a boy. You don't play with this toy because you're a boy. No. 5 times. 5 boys. Less than that. But yes. 5 boys. And I never had to tell them you're a boy. No, all of them automatically gravitated to balls. I'm talking about toys, people. Relax. They gravitated to toy cars. I should have said toy balls, right? Yeah, because you have to specify, right? Yeah, you have to specify. And they gravitated to toy cars, toy guns, water guns. They gravitated to all the boy stuff. They did. But there was a point in time where one of them was watching Bratz, and I didn't give a fuck. It's not like I went and told him, hey, that's gay. Stop. I never had to do that. He liked watching it. He watched it. It was a phase. He was like, I'm over it. And now he just, watches Dragon Ball Z and shit like that. And all type of animes. I don't know any of the new animes. That's the only one I know because that's the ones I watch with him. I don't watch the other ones. I don't know what they're about. I barely have time to do this. I have too much time that I need to be spending doing absolutely nothing else other than this. Okay? But there's a time and a place for everything. Again. And the library is not there. It's not that. Unless the strip club is called the library. Then in that case, well, hey, let's all go. But let's make sure we're all of age too, because shit gets weird. Anyways, I don't know how I got into that subject. I would really like to research it right now and go back and be like, oh, okay, that was the turning point that turned me into that direction. But right now I can't remember. No, I cannot. But anyways, I was talking about, what did I say about the beginning? Ancient. Oh, well, anyways, I'll just jump into this. Because I've come across, I come across a couple of videos where the person, they talk about ancient structures. Ancient. Is that the right word? Ancient. Yeah, ancient structures that they found, like this place, right? Like this place right here, ancient technology. So this guy goes on and says, ancient stonework, 3,000 year old technology lost in the Ice Age. And it goes on to show what he's talking about, which is how tightly fitted those stones are. They are tightly fitted. But my question to this people is we know it's a heavy stone. So it's going to be hard to move. So we already established that. We can get past the fact that, how did they move it? Well, hey, it probably took a lot of time and effort, but they did it. Which now they do. They still do. I don't know if you've seen how they move fucking shit at quarries, right? But they move those big ass piles of rock. They move them around. Yes, they do. So what are you talking about? And the second thing is, and the next thing is, it's like they're saying, look at how tight they are. Two things. They're sitting on top of each other and next to each other. They are heavy as fuck. So of course you don't need to glue it together. You don't. This is the problem with this generation of people nowadays. And I feel like an old fucking dude saying that. This is the problem with this generation of people out here in the world. You come out and try to be like, oh my God, we lost this technology. Have you ever been to a job site? Have you ever been to a regular current job site? If you go to a job site and you look at this, you'll more or less understand how it was done. Now, I could be completely wrong, yes, but we know, again, those are heavy rocks. And what's going to move a heavy rock? Probably nothing. Probably fucking nothing. And I hope I'm wrong. I'm wrong a lot of times. I'm wrong. I don't know if I have to do an episode where I have to go retract everything I've said, where I've been wrong. Oh my God. It's probably since episode 1. But there has to be something that I've been right about. You know what? As a matter of fact, no. Most of the time, I'm right. I might not be accurate with the information, but if I tell you, yeah, they're cloning people to control the world and then they control you. See, that control the world, control you, that might be a lie. That's definitely a lie. Well, might, I don't know. Again, I don't know. It might be true, it might be not. Because if we see how these people are pushing narratives, that seems like they're trying to control what they want us to believe, see? I don't know, you name it. I don't know. Yes. So there's that. So again, have you been to a job site just to see how they put cinder blocks together? And you might say, but those cinder blocks have cement in between them. Yes, because they're not heavy. They're hollow in the middle. So you have to put cement on them so they don't move. Now, what they haven't done with all these blocks that they're saying, oh, ancient technology that we lost. Like, have you tried lifting one up? It wouldn't be that hard if you use, I mean, we have equipment that can move heavy shit. If you use a couple of them together, it might just work. But nobody's bright enough to do it. You know why? You know why they don't do it? You know why they don't do it? Anything they do has to make money. And lifting that fucking block up to see how they fucking placed it on there does not make money. So therefore, it's not important. And why are we arguing about this shit? It's not important. It is not important. But anyways. So that's very interesting, right? Oh, shit. It was the week of 9/11. I forgot. Who said we will never forget, right? I didn't. I mean, it was a sad day for me too. I watched it. I watched it live when it was happening. I was way out of the States when this shit happened. No, I was in the States when it happened. Yes, I was in the States when it happened. I was actually on the plane next to the plane that crashed. Sad, dude. No, I mean, I was what, like, that was 2001. I was 11 years old when that happened. And now I'm 34. That was over 20 something years ago. And most people have forgotten what happened that day. Now, let me see if I can go down a little bit of the timeline of what happened. Not, again, most of the shit that I say on here is not chronologically. Am I talking about weed? Chronologically, is that right? It's not accurate, but it's true. Okay? It's not accurate, but it's true. All right. So 9/11 happens. Then the Pentagon, they said it was a plane, but the debris and the markings on there does not look like plane crash. It looks more like a missile. I mean, I don't know. And also, the days or weeks. I don't know how many days or weeks. I don't know, probably 2-3 days. There was a press conference where it was a Rumsfeld. That's all I know. But it was the guy that talks for the White House. He came out and said that there was like $2 or $3 trillion missing. Oof, gone. We didn't know where they went. Whoopsie, we had a poopsie. That happened. And then that's part of the conspiracy, right? So the next part is $2 trillion lost. Damn it, I lost it. Oh, the other one is, this is the third one that I was remember, but I forgot the second one. But the third one was that supposedly they found some ancient technology in Iraq that had to do with UFOs or some shit like that, or the Book of Enoch or some shit like that. This is the wildest conspiracy though, but I mean, the fact of the matter is that they found something because wherever this discovery was made, that's where one of their bases, that's where one of the Americans established a base there. And they surrounded with something, and people, the locals around there, they came out and said, yeah, we heard them pulling shit out of the ground at night. They were just digging and pulling shit out. What did they pull out? Most people don't know. Only the people that were pulling it out know. That's that conspiracy, why they went into Iraq, why all that happened. That's a part, that's way out there, though. That's not part of it. So the $2 the $2 or $3 trillion missing out of the government. Allegedly, whatever was missing, it was being counted. It was being what's the word is called? Where I forgot what the word is called. They were doing the counting to find out what the fuck happened to that money. In that same spot where that missile, air quotes, plane hit, that's where they were counting the money, allegedly. The other allegation is that in the towers, first tower that got hit, that's where they were also doing the counting. And there was a lot of papers flying in there. I mean, there was a lot of papers during that time in those buildings. There was no email the way it is today. There was no paperless like the way it is today. Because most shit is electronically digital. What the fuck, electronically? Oh man, I'm getting old. I'm calling things by names that old people used to call them. All this electronically. Anyways, so yeah, if I could ever remember what the second one part that I wanted to say is, then I'll fucking say it. If not, oh well. But also, the buildings come down, and a lot of the reports are saying that there were explosions at the bottom of the building. And if there was explosions at the bottom of the building, I mean, but the weirdest thing was that there was like a big ass, I don't know how big it was. It was probably 20 feet, 30 feet. I don't know how big it was. But it was a piece of rod that came out of the building and hit the building next to it hundreds of feet away. It's like I read it, right? Yeah, I read that. So that's what it says. So how did that happen without an explosion, right? But you could go out and say, well, you know what? It was because that shit was coming straight down and it made fucking at the bottom, it made all that pressure and it just fucking made it fly away. That could have happened, but I'm not an expert. I'm just saying it's just suspicious how all this happened then. And the weirdest shit is that I think it was 18 or 16. I don't know how many people were involved, but the majority of them, there was only like 2 or 3 people that were not from Saudi Arabia. I don't know where they were, but they were from there, that country. And only one of them, I think it was from Iraq. So how did that fucking ended up being the only place they attacked? I mean, I don't know. It was a posse, right? Isn't that what what's his name said when they killed what's his name? What's his other name? I forgot his other name. But anyways, yes, that happened. So that's very suspicious. And nowadays, the Saudis decided not to renew their OPEC. Is it OPEC? Yeah, I think it's OPEC contract to keep working with the petrodollar only. They decided not to sign up with that. And all of a sudden, the news comes out and says, oh, guess what? The Saudis might have had something to do with 9/11, people. That's very suspicious too. And then Cheney gets fucking ridiculously rich out of fucking contracts with the fucking government. I mean, it was all a money grab for everybody. Everybody was grabbing money. Boom, I remember. Money. That's what the fucking second thing was. The other conspiracy is that the owner of the Twin Towers had just pulled a new insurance policy that would protect him against terrorist attacks. That's very suspicious. So they got attacked. So what does the owner do? Let's go to court. We got to settle this because I have to get paid for those buildings that got hit. So what does he do? He does what he does best. He says, 2 buildings got hit. I had policies for both buildings. So now you're going to pay me for both buildings. So this motherfucker got paid for two buildings after that happened. He didn't just get paid one policy, he got paid double. Again, everybody was just money here, my money, mine, yoink, yoink, yoink. One day I'll pull off a scam so good that I'll be able to do the same shit. And if I ever do, now I'm going to go to jail because it was premeditated just because of what I said right now, right this very second. Comedy. Anyways, that did happen, right? Good times. It was good times because it felt like people were more united than ever after that happened. But nowadays, division has settled in, and the people of the planet Earth do not get along with each other. They don't even get along with their own countries because they all have different paths and different thoughts. And they think their way of thinking is the right way. Everybody does. So therefore, we're all fucked. That was my impression of me narrating the life on Earth. Just in case we get some aliens and then we're all gone and then they get to see this podcast. Especially this podcast so they can know exactly what the world was fucking about. Yeah. But anyways, we had crazy fires in California, people. Crazy, crazy, crazy fires. It burned so bad. Check this out. Okay, so last week at the beginning of the week, as of Monday, exactly a week ago, it was like over 108 degrees. And Monday, hot. I think it was 106 on Monday. Tuesday, what do you know? There's fires in 4 fucking locations. I think 3 or 4 locations. And I happen to be right in the fucking middle of it all. Somebody decided it was a bright idea to start fires on a fucking Tuesday. And I was sitting in the middle of everything. And, you know, that day it felt like a weird day because it was hot and then the smoke was cooling it down, but you could smell smoke. So it just felt nasty. But then on Wednesday, you know, you get rain, I think thunderstorm clouds or rainstorm clouds. One of those. We got some fucking clouds. I don't know if they were smoke clouds though. But because the smoke was pretty bad. It was not pretty bad, very bad. Some schools got shut down that day, those days. I think 2 or 3 days they got shut down, something like that. That's how bad it was. But and then but as of Tuesday, as of Tuesday, that's what the fire was. It was like 104 that day, and it should have been like 105 the next day, but it wasn't. It was like high 90s, and it felt relatively cool because the sun rays weren't getting through those fucking smoke clouds. And now, and as of Saturday and Sunday, cold as shit at night. What the fuck? Now I gotta bring out my warm blankets in the middle of the summer because it's cold? Can Mother Nature get this shit together? No, because we can't get our shit together, so why does Mother Nature have to get his shit together? I don't know, but it was bad. It was bad fires. Now I'm just talking shit. It was some bad fires, though. I took some pictures of the smoke clouds, which were fucking interesting. They look crazy. It looked almost terrifying. I would look at the clouds and I would feel a pressure in my chest and I'd be like, damn. Imagine if those were a nuclear explosion. Oh! I did it to myself. I wanted to run out of there. But I couldn't go anywhere. I was in my house, so where was I going to go? It's just like people when they prepare those bug out bags, all your fucking shit that you have ready to go just in case shit hits the fan. Where the fuck are you going to go? What do you think fucking out on the street's going to be safer than barricading yourself in your own home? How does that make any sense? A bug out bag. For what? If shit hit the fan, streets are not safe. Why the fuck are you going to run into the street? What, you're going to run to the mountains and survive the weather? You had an idea to run into the street if shit hit the fan. You think you're going to survive the fucking the weather, the outdoors. These people are not smart enough, people. You people are not thinking. People who are preparing to run away if shit hits the fan. Where are you going to go? There's nowhere to go. Shit has hit the fan. Streets are not going to be safe during that time. And if you think you're going to go in the mountains to live because you're like, oh, I'm prepared to survive. I got my bug out bag. Listen to the idea you had. You had an idea of running out into the street because shit hit the fan. That was your greatest idea. Run to the street because shit's fucked up. Where, at your house or out in the world? Listen, if we're going to get hit by a nuclear bomb, I'd rather drop that shit right on my head so I don't fucking have to feel anything else after that. That's all I'm saying. Because if we have to survive in a post-apocalyptic world, and I'm talking about world, not just like an explosion here in this town and another town over there. No, because if one shoots, the other one's going to shoot, and then the other one's going to defend helping shooting another one, and then the other one's going to shoot another one. So therefore, you fucked it all up. Again, where are you going to go? We're going to go seeking safer ground. You've been watching too many fucking movies. There is no safer ground if we all get nuked. But yes, where are you going to go with your bug out bag if shit hits the fan? I don't think you're going to be safe anywhere if shit hits the fan. But this is just me. I'm thinking, hey, if shit hits the fan, I can't go out in the street because I'm going to be in danger out there, and I'm going to be putting everybody that's with me out in danger. So therefore, I'm going to sit the fuck at home and fucking barricade myself as much as possible. And if possible, you know what? And I'm going to share this idea that I've had. We all know about Vietnam War, people. The mole people. Come on. I'm just going to fucking dig my way out into the ground and fucking come out, I don't know where, somewhere else. If they were able to do it, why can't I? I'm stronger, I'm faster, I'm better than those Vietnamese. Why should I not be able to dig a hole in the ground and just bury myself in there? I'm just saying, that's a better idea than fucking, oh, I'm going to grab my bag and fucking go out in the street because shit has hit the fan. That's the stupidest idea you could have. Why would you want to go out in the street when you could be barricading yourself inside your home? Where you could at least fucking close your eyes if you really want to sleep. Where are you going to sleep out when you're fucking with your bug out bag? What? You're going to fucking jump inside your bag and sleep in there? What are you, Hermione Granger with the infinite book bag? Anyways. But yes, that is bound to happen. Maybe. It's bound to, what's bound to happen is that people who run out into the street are just going to get in more trouble because where are you going to go again? People, if somebody finds you with your bug out bag, you think you're going to be able to stop fucking a whole group of people that are trying to take your shit? No, you ain't going nowhere. Anyways, again, your bug out bag ain't going to work for shit. So, quit that bullshit. Now, everything else that you fucking prepare yourself for, like a bunker and shit like that, you know what? I respect that. Guns, your machetes, whatever, your knives, whatever you want to prepare for fucking when shit hits the fan, I respect that. But again, what are you going to do? You're going to go to war with a fucking group of people? To me, the brightest idea is like, all right, hey, there's fucking a group of people coming and there ain't no fucking way in hell I'm going to be able to hold all those people up. So it's time to retreat. Retreat, no surrender. No surrender. just retweet. Now I'm just giving out my war plans. When shit hits the fan, I'm ready to fucking dig myself a hole into the ground and just kind of like a mole. I'm gonna be like those was it the Viet Cong? Yeah, that was it. That was digging holes in the ground and just fucking coming out on another end. They had fresh water in there. They could have lived there a whole life. Could have done that. I could do that. I should do that. But anyways, so, you know, it is the spacewalk week. Pretty exciting, right? Right? But I watched, you know, a little bit of it. And it's pretty exciting. And it's pretty exciting to see how advanced we're becoming again. Again, we have the technology to go out into space. We do apparently now, right? So you have this. This is what they showed us. This is.
Copy with you and test matrix 1, watching from the nose cone.
But what I don't understand is this: why such a stiff hand?
Up, down, left and right.
This looks fake. Just like the fucking Indian fucking, oh, we landed in the moon. And it was just a little 3D made thing that they made up.
Roller 3, yaw is a 2.
Copy with you and test matrix 1.
And why isn't there no land? I don't see land. I only see clouds. You know what? I'm not one to believe that space is fake, but I believe this shit was fake. But also, stop right there. But also, I have to take into consideration the suit. You know, the suit doesn't move like normally like your hands do. No, they don't. They move like this and sideways like this. They have joints right here, which I don't think it would prevent anybody from moving normal. But this just looks fucking, the movements are just weird. Look, it looks like a dummy. Like, with all the money SpaceX has, with all the money those billionaires have, billionaires, air quote, right? I mean, listen, I don't have billions of dollars, but I feel like I'd be able to get better footage than just that bull crap. If I would have used my phone, I would get better footage than that bull crap. If I were to use my setup to get a footage, I would have gotten a better footage than that crap. Now, this is the view from the inside
of the first ever commercial spacewalk.
I'm at the bottom of the mobility aid. Progressing.
But even this one looks fake.
The crowd is about to go wild.
Why? Okay, so look at this view right here, right? I've seen GoPros take way better shots than this fucking bullshit that they showed us on fucking motorcycle fucking motovloggers. I've seen better shots with a dude inside with their camera inside their fucking helmet in the same way they had it here. And you're gonna tell me this is the fucking crappiest shit you fucking showed us? Like, you have all this fucking money and this is the stupidest shit you could give us? You couldn't give us anything clearer than this? Why is it so blurry? There's always some fucking bullshit to fucking say, oh man, look, this is the reason why. We have fucking clear cameras. With a fucking small amount of budget that I have, I get this fucking clear view. Sure, I don't know how to manage the fucking lighting, but that's different. You can still see this, right? And in that video they showed us there, that footage there, well, that one, well, this is the other one, right? So I don't know. I don't know whether it's true or not, whether they went or they didn't go. But, and I'm also not an expert, but I will say that video footage, fake. I mean, it just doesn't just seem like it's moving too. And look, I'm also taking into consideration no gravity. But have you seen the spacewalks that they do, how they move? And you're going to come out and say, but look, those are new suits. And there are different pieces on those suits. It's not like one piece like the other suits. I understand that. But even they move natural. Even those, they look like they're moving natural. Now we have to take into consideration, are those real too? I don't know. To me, it just looks fake. But if it's true that they did the whole spacewalk thing and, they're out there doing it, then hey, I apologize for not believing you. But I'm looking at the facts. The fact that fucking footage that you show there, that footage is not, I don't understand what I'm looking at right here. I don't understand what I'm looking at right here. This part right here. I don't understand what I'm looking at right there. It just doesn't look like someone's in there. It just looks like it's a dummy. It just looks like it's a doll. Look at that. See, it doesn't look right. Like there's no natural movement. So why did this dumb fuck just keep his hand like this the whole time and just fucking just moving? It's like me. I'm in a podcast like this, like the spacewalk guy, the billionaire that went to space. I'm gonna keep my hand up like this. Yeah, so this is how I'm gonna talk. So from now on, so I look like I'm in space too, because this is natural. Keeping your hand, just keep your hand right there. That's natural. Because your hand doesn't get heavy and you're like, oh, I want to put my hand down. My brain is already telling me, put that fucking hand down, dude. Put that hand down. It just wants to move, but I can't. I just keep it there, I just keep it there when I'm out in space. I don't know what I'm supposed to believe, but I will not believe that that's not true until I see a video that is clear as day, a clearest video we get here, right? Isn't the conspiracy that we have technology on satellites that could look at your hair strain? That's what the conspiracy is. So I don't know whether it's true or not. Like I said, it is what it is. Supposedly they made it back into space. Well, they've been in space, but that's the furthest they've gone too. So I mean, I don't know. I've never been to space, so I don't know how people in space move. Other than the spacewalks I watched on the NASA channel. There's people out in space. You get recordings and all that. But they don't move like that. None of them keep their hands like this while they're floating in air. None of them keep their hands like that. Like, can someone explain that to me? Who in space keeps his hands like this? When they're out in space, who keeps their hands like that? The hell people float when there's no gravity? Like just all your body parts just want to go up, even your feet. I'm in space. Is that what it's like? Because if that's the case, that's the reason why that person would just keep his hands like this the whole time. That's just me using the brain's capability that I have. That's it. So I wonder if that's how you float into space. But anyways, you know what you don't do in space? And you know what I never in my life thought somebody would ever get the world record for putting a lot of balls in your mouth. I never in my life would have thought this would have been a world record technique that somebody could acquire. I mean, not just swallowing, but just spitting them out too, right? Let's watch. Hey, yo! Yo! Oh my God. I said it. I don't know if anybody remembers, but last week, was it? Last week, I don't know when it was. I showed a video of a girl dancing for 90 minutes so that she could pass her class with the passing grade. This is the creativity we get because we have teachers allowing students to dance in class to pass a class. This is the creativity we get. Hey, he's proud of it. Hey, man. Again, I'm not judging. I'm just saying, hey, yo. I don't know how to take this. I don't know if I'm offended or if I'm excited or if I'm happy for him. I think I'm all three at the same time. Hey, yo, why'd you stick the tongue out? Oh, man. So now we can become the world record. You can have a world record now, people. If you're creative enough, you could too become a world record of something. Just like this guy. Can you imagine in what other instance you could use this ability of throwing and catching pink balls out of your mouth as many times as possible in a certain amount of time? In what other instance can I use this ability? You know what? Anything that the Guinness World Records should put out is anything that would enhance life. I don't know, like the lady having the longest nails. How the fuck is that a fucking ability? Anybody can grow their nails. Just don't fucking cut them. Just be a dirtbag and just let them grow like a fucking animal and just growing big. That's it. It's no big deal. Or a world record, kicking as many times. I could get back behind that. I could get behind that. A world record in kicking. Okay, I can get behind that. Because it takes an ability. It takes a lot for you not to break your foot, I should say, after kicking so many times. That's an ability. Punching the fastest, the strongest punch. Something like that. The hardest kick of a ball further. But the catching of balls with your mouth. In what sport or in what activity is, okay. Proved me wrong. I've been proved wrong again, people. See, this is why we need to do this more often. Come out of my brain so that way I can resolve issues. So now I figure out what job he could do. And what career he could have using this ability. And I don't mean to be offensive, or is it pondering or offensive? I don't mean to be offensive, but the only job that this guy could probably do is, he could have his OnlyFans would be popping. His OnlyFans would be, yo. He would be a top 1%. One of those people that get paid the best. But yeah. But anyways, that was interesting how people nowadays, art is just you just throwing shit at the wall. Art is just you dropping a shit, just line up 7, 8 buckets of sand and then just let them fall, and that'll mean something. Okay? That'll mean something. So that's art. Do something stupid like an empty box that's clear. Art. Hey, that's worth $1 trillion. That's probably where the money from the White House went when they lost all that money, because somebody was buying stupid art. Probably. It's probably somebody bought a stupid art that cost $2 trillion. Maybe. Maybe that happened. But we'll never know. We'll never know what happened. And please remember, do not suck your own dick. It does not feel like you're having your dick sucked. It just really feels like you're sucking dick. It just really does, everyone. This was our 2 cents with your host, Oscar Deuces.
Our 2 cents.